those Christians must have done you wrong for you to be atheist. No, I'm joking. And welcome back to part 2. I really don't want to repeat myself too much, so if you haven't watched part 1 yet, I advise you to watch part 1. The only thing I'm going to say again is that this video isn't to make anyone feel bad or to show any hate or dislike towards the LGBT community. I am just here to give my opinions on what I believe from what I saw on the YouTube channel The Grapevine. So in part 1, I spoke about the first comment that I wrote on the Grapevine's video called A Conversation with Black LGBTQ Millennials. So yes, I spoke about the comment that I wrote and the engagement underneath it. And this video is going to be about the second comment that I wrote. The second comment I wrote was near towards the end of the video, so it's much more longer than the first comment. So I'll break it down if I need to, but we're going to talk about this comment, which has 19 likes and it only has 11 replies. So hopefully this video won't be as long because I know the other one was quite lengthy, to be fair, and I didn't really want to cut anything out because I feel like everyone's opinion matters, so I kind of wanted to keep the full thing. So yes, I'm going to talk about the second comment that I wrote and the engagement, and talk about the engagement that I got underneath it. Yeah, this is from my experience, so please remember that as I'm reading this to you. My problem with this community is that they need validation from everyone. They want everyone and their mother to agree with what they're doing. In capitals, I put fam, do you. As a Christian, I get told God doesn't exist and my belief is trash. What do you want me to do about it? I do nothing. I continue to believe it and keep it moving because it's my truth. So if you truly believe what you're doing is right, then keep it moving. So basically what I'm saying in this comment is a lot of the things that I said in part 1 anyway. So yeah, so none of this is going to be really new to you if you watch part 1 of the video. Anyways, I go on to say, I 100% disagree with hate and abuse towards anyone, to be honest. But saying we must agree with the LGBT community is not happening. Why? Because God gave us all free will, and no man or woman will tell me what I'm supposed to agree with or see as a norm. It's funny because people always say, speak your truth, be yourself. But then as soon as it's this conversation in particular, and we tell our truth, all of a sudden it's homophobia. Like, seriously, grow up. So that is my comment on that. Before I go into the engagement, I just want to say I feel like it is a lot to do with immaturity. Like, I really do. Like I said, it is everywhere. Do you know what I mean? It's everywhere. So in some parts of my life, it's there as well. They say, I can't remember if I said this in the first video, but I did say that, but I do remember someone told me this, I don't know if someone told me or I saw it, but it says the statistics say that 1 in every 4 people are within the LGBTQ community. Now, if I think about my work team, my work group, there's about 9 of us, and 2, from my knowledge, are in this community, so it would kind of make sense, you know what I mean? Do I have any issue with them? No. And funnily enough, one of them is my boss. She is my boss. And you know what? She is the best boss I have ever had. We get each other and we joke around and it's just so fun. Like, our relationship is so good. Like, I feel like the relationship with her and all our team is good anyways, but she is just like the best boss ever. And she's in the LGBTQ community. Do you know what I mean? She knows I'm a Christian. So naturally, she knows where I stand. Does that make our relationship any different? No, it does not. Why? Because she is a big grown woman. And I think she just knows that she believes what she's doing is right. She doesn't have to fight with anyone. She doesn't need anyone. She doesn't need anyone's validation. She definitely doesn't need mine. You know, our relationship is fine. We have no issue whatsoever. So that's why I kind of feel like it's to do with immaturity. Like, I feel like if you feel like you need everyone to agree with what you're doing, there's something immature and insecure about you, rather than the whole world is against me. It doesn't have to be that way. And even if it is, just keep it moving. Keep it moving. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I just feel like a lot of people just need to grow up. Get on with your life, innit? Like, get on with your life. Everyone has an opinion. Do you know what I mean? Most of them stink. But yeah, everyone has an opinion. So it is what it is. Okay, so like I mentioned, this my comment, has got 11 comments underneath it. So let's dive in. This is going to be fun. Let's see if the homophobic word turns up again. Someone said, there's nothing to agree with. There's also nothing to disagree with. They exist. What does this person mean by they exist? We know they exist. We're not disagreeing or agreeing with their existence. We're agreeing and disagreeing with their lifestyle. What are you talking about? They exist. Yes, I think we're fully aware of the fact that they exist. No one is going against that. They put, why hate them for something they can't control? You see that? Hate. Where did hate come from? Do we need to go back over my comment again? Where did the word hate come from? See, you guys do it to yourselves and you don't even see it. You guys build and make up things that are just not there. No one said hate, but you want to use hate. So what do you want me to do about it? And don't waste people's time with I don't hate them, I just disagree with their lifestyle BS. You see, this is exactly why we can't say and speak and feel how we want to. But then when it comes to the LGBTQ community, the rules change. Well, in my book, the rule is still the same. If you disagree with something, you disagree with something, and it has nothing to do with whether you hate them. Like, do you know what I mean? Or dislike them. That they're just not together. Like, they just don't even compare at all. They're nowhere near each other. Whether you want to agree with that or not, going back to agree and disagree, like, whether you want to agree with that or not, I'm not bothered. Again, you know, you can agree. Everyone has rights to agree and disagree with whatever they like. So even if you want to disagree with my comment, fair enough. Fair enough. It's not going to change the way I am, you know. This comment goes on to say, accept them and leave them the hell alone about them being who they are. It's really that simple. The person says leave them alone. Did I do anything to them? I literally did nothing to the LGBTQ community. Leave them alone. People attack Christians because Christians are the most judgmental people, on this planet. And they try to force their religion down people's throat. So, okay, let's get this straight. Christians force their religions down people's throats, but then you're not forcing LGBTQ lifestyles down people's throats. Practice what you preach. Practice what you preach. The comment goes on to say, I say that as an atheist that grew up with and around Christians. Okay, so those Christians must have done you wrong for you to be atheist. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Okay, yes, and I agree. Christians can be judgmental, but that doesn't mean all Christians are judgmental. That's the thing. Do you know what I mean? I don't think everyone in the LGBT community, well, I hope not. God, I hope not. Think that if you don't agree with their lifestyle, that, you know, you hate them. That would be a very, very sad thing. Obviously, I don't agree with this person's comment because they're being hypocritical. They're saying Christians do this, but then it's okay for the LGBT community to do that. Like, everyone should be allowed to live how they want to live without forcing any beliefs on anyone, and everyone should be able to agree and disagree with whatever they like. But anyways, that comment got 9 likes. The next person says, I call BS. The LGBTQ community has never been left alone to just do them. Black trans women have highest murder rates. Homophobia is normalised in our music and media. Homophobes giving their unsolicited opinions when queer people are minding their business, etc., etc. Yes, the LGBTQ community is trying to change minds and hearts of homophobic people because violent, hateful ideologies fuel violent, hateful actions. You might just leave people alone and mind your business, but a lot of black people, especially Christians, do not. This is coming from a cisgendered. What the heck is a cisgendered? Sorry, I don't know what that is. Cisgendered straight black woman who has extensive experience with the black Christian community. The large majority of them don't know how to not give their damn opinions that nobody asked for. If y'all could really, and I mean actually, shut up and let people live safely, not interfere with civil laws, teach their children to call gay children faggots, etc., then this probably wouldn't be an issue. Okay, so there's a lot going on in this comment section, obviously. First of all, I cannot personally live for other Christians. I don't even, like, I can't live for other people. People are, this is what I always say about free will. People are allowed to do whatever they want to do. Some people will see it as right, some people will see it as wrong. Now, if there's Christians going around, black Christians, like mentioned, going around doing hateful and violent things, I'm so sorry. But I personally cannot do anything about it. Me, I can't. But I was just giving my opinion on how I feel. And I get that it's tough. Why? Because I'm a black girl. I'm a black girl, you know what I mean? And there's so much racism going on in the world that is out of my control. It's out of my control. Like, there's so many things that are out of our control. Do you know what I mean? But only because all them people are doing hateful things to the LGBTQ community. The people like me who just generally disagree with their lifestyle shouldn't get put in with the same, people. Like, that's not fair. How is that fair to me? Like, I just disagree. I don't have any hate or issue. I don't be teaching my children. I don't have any children, but you know what I mean? I don't be doing any of that stuff because my mama taught me better than that. Like, I'm just not that type of person. Do you know what I mean? And it is a sad thing. I get it. It's a sad thing. But you need to understand that they were happy to come on Grapevine and talk about it. So if they're happy to come on Grapevine and talk about it, they're happy for people to give their opinion. I agree with this person when they say, hateful ideologies fuel violent, hateful actions. I get that. And I don't know who these people that are teaching their children to call gay people, faggots. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on here. F-A-G-G-O-T-S. I don't think that would be coming from Christians. Because another thing is, we like to blame Christians, but number one, it's not only the Christian religion that believes in what they believe, and number two, there's a lot of people that are not in any religion and still don't agree with the LGBTQ lifestyle. So we can't just keep blaming religions out here, okay? That's just, it's too easy to blame religions. It's way too easy. So there must be more reason than that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Anyway, that comment got 12 likes. The next comment says, you are not oppressed for your views as a Christian in a majority Christian society. A majority Christian society? Fam, if you lived in the UK, you can't be from the UK if you're saying that. Anyways, somebody calling your views dumb is not the same as somebody's life being in danger due to their race, sexuality. Well, people's life has definitely been in danger for being Christians and for being black as well. Maybe not in the UK, but definitely places around the world. Definitely, 100%. Homophobia and transphobia is systemic. Does she mean systematic? Don't be this dense. Again, a word, dense. They need it. They need to call you something to make themselves feel better, which is fine. It's okay. I'm just saying, it's not just the LGBTQ community that has gone through life-threatening situations. Like, I don't understand. Do they feel like they're the only people? It's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. Anyways, her comment got 9 likes. Someone replied to her saying, How is homophobia systemic? Maybe it's systemic, like system, I don't know. And how does it negatively impact white or Jewish homosexuals? And media and entertainment industries are run by LGBTQ, not Christians. The message of LGBTQ is actively being pushed in the public school system, exactly, not the message of God. So what about the society we live in makes you believe it's majority Christian? Even churches are bowing down to societal pressures, so that's what I'm saying. Our hair defies gravity, so can we. That's the person's name. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Literally, I found out like a couple days ago that a school in my area has taken away skirts, Maggie, to make it gender neutral. Girls can't even be girls anymore. Do you know what I mean? They can't even wear skirts. Like, it's ridiculous. But at the same time, like, stop acting like things aren't changing. Everything is changing. That's what I said. That's why more people are speaking out, because things are changing. They're literally gonna make it a lesson in schools and stuff. So I don't understand what they're talking about. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is out there, all right, and it is everywhere. I literally don't know where this, you know, Christian society or the majority of Christians are. I don't know where they at though, because I don't see them. I don't see them anywhere. Every workplace I've ever been to, I'm usually the only Christian. Like, literally. So I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to find an excuse. Anyways, that got 6 likes. Someone said, even I don't agree with this LGBTQ being on par with value of heterosexual people, but this ain't got nothing to do with GAWD. GAWD? God. Is that supposed to mean like God? I don't get it. If I am a king or have something to pass on to my hypothetical grandchildren, having a gay child is going to be a problem because that is usually the end of the line. The reason why gays have always been seen as a problem to heteronormative cisgendered people, my head, in brackets they put hate that terms because it's designed to make normal not sound normal, is because gayness disrupts I know this word, but I can't pronounce it right now. Patriarchy, got it. And generational wealth. I'm not going to say anything about that one. I don't really have anything to say about it. That got 1 like. I just don't know why she spelt God. He or she spelt God like that. I don't get it. Someone replied to our hair divines gravity, so can we. They put the US doesn't have a federal law to prevent discrimination in employment in regards to orientation or gender identity. I'm trying to get through these quick now because my phone is going to die. Okay. Someone else replied to us saying, separation of church and state is law. Not everyone is of the Christian faith, so it shouldn't be taught. And nobody is being taught in the public schools how to be gay, because you cannot be taught to be gay. What they teach is tolerance, which is acceptance. That's totally different than trying to indoctrinate someone into religion. I just wanted to say that the schools that like are brought up within Catholic faith or Christian faith, you can choose whether you want your child to go to that school or not. If you don't want your child to be taught, you know, the Christian faith or whatnot, bring them to another school. Like, what's the problem? If you don't want them to be taught that, bring them to another school. At least they have options. For them to now say they're going to be putting an LGBTQ lesson in every school means no one has a choice. Do you know what I mean? And that's not fair. Anyways, that got 2 likes. Someone else said, in California schools, they are teaching paedophilia as a sexual orientation. Am I surprised? And in public schools, they are indoctrinating children with gender confusion. Oh my gosh. Under the roof of parents is how children should be taught tolerance and respect for different groups. But schools teaching gender confusion and gender spectrums is not teaching tolerance. It's passing out misinformation to vulnerable minds. That is indoctrination. Thank you. That got 4 likes. Literally just confusing children. Anyway, someone said another comment says, you don't even have to bring Christianity. This really should be discussed with their family, not total strangers. Someone said, preach. When did disagree definition turn into a phobia? I don't know. I have no idea, sis. I think it's just a thing now. You don't agree with it, it's a phobia. I thought phobia meant to be afraid of something. Yeah, to be afraid or to dislike or want nothing to do or to stay away. These are all like phobias. But people are just confused now. The last comment says, I had to deal with this. No, someone is replying actually to Our Hair Defies Gravity on the whole gender confusion thing, and someone replied to her saying, true, I had to deal with this with my middle schooler. I called the office to have not take the class. They have it under sexual education. Whew. Wow, guys, that is a lot. That is a lot. But I have to go now because my phone is going to cut off any moment. As always, guys, I want to know what you think. If it's just going to be petty, then it's more or less you may as well just leave it out. If you do want to be petty, cool, but I'm not going to address it because ain't no one got time for that. But yes, guys, let me know what you think as always. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And hit the bell for post notifications so you can get all my videos as they come through. Guys, we are out. Bye.